as promised, I said I'm gonna do a flip through. Let me go and cream my hands. So welcome back to my video. So I'm Simone. If you're new here, and if you're not new here, welcome back. So my channel focuses on planners, organization, lifestyle, vlogs, and today I'm gonna do a planner video. So in the last video that I posted, I said I would do how I set up my work planner because I got a new cover and some new inserts for the planner that I use, which is the Daily Grind Planner. So if you're interested in seeing how I set this up, then keep watching. So this is the Daily Grind Planner, and I got the Lux cover in the champagne color, and the gold metal this and gold hardware, and it's pretty chunky as you can see, right? So this is how I'm going to setting this up. So I got the fall themed inserts for it. So this is the first one. I'm going to, I didn't do that, put the labels on each of the um different dividers. So this first one is the monthly section. So I'll find that afterwards. I won't try to find that now. Yeah, so this is the first section is where I keep my um monthly inserts, and I use the monthly inserts. So there are two different types, the horizontal, right, and then the vertical layout, and they have some notes pages in between that as well. So I use the let me use a blank, let me show a blank one because I don't want to show you all the things. Um, yes, so let me show you December. So I use the horizontal to keep track of all the social media posts that I for my Dr. Simone wellness page, so that I can keep track of what I have to post, and then I can look back at the end of the month and see how consistent I was. So I use this to record the posts for each day, and then I use this layout, the vertical layout, for any meetings, events, that kind of thing, appointments that related to work, obviously. So that's what I use each layout for, and then each of them come with like notes dot grid pages on either side, and so I use this to plan the month, any notes, anything that I want to write down, that's um, specific for that particular month, I will write it down here. So that's the first section, is the monthly section. And then I'll show you, this is the new insert, the new daily insert. So they always have a welcome page where you can kind of see how to use the planner, a guide. I've been using this planner for a while, so I know how I like to use it and how it works and how to use it so that it works well for me. So if you're new, this is a good page to start with, right? And then they have all this section where it tells you where you can find the how-to videos in terms of getting or knowing how to start the planner, the VIP support group on Facebook, so you can keep up to date with all the launches and keep yourself accountable and share all your spreads and that kind of thing. Then they have a prep school, which is some videos. I've actually taken a look at them, and it kind of guides you on how to set your 10 goals for the month and how to, carry that into the planner and setting your to-do list for the day. So it's very helpful. And then they have suggestions for all the other workbooks that they have that complement the planner as well. And then we go on to the current life assessment. So you do one of this when you start every 4-month period. So this is I do this with my clients too in coaching, where we do a wheel of life, and so it's an opportunity to reflect on where you are in different areas of your life, and so once you know that, then you'll be able to set goals and know where your focus should be or where you want your focus to be. And so this page is an opportunity to do that. So you have an opportunity to rate each aspect of your life, physical health, creativity, so on. Then a current life happiness. How happy are you? How do you feel about your life right now? We have some space to journal. Then what's holding you back? And what are you good at? And what do you desire most? So this is a good thing to do as you start the 4 month period so that you can look back at the end and see where things are. And you have the wheel of life here too to record things. This is new, so there's a dream life roadmap. And so you have 12 categories. Write out your current frustrations as well as your biggest goals for the future. So you have the same categories that you use in the wheel of life on this page. And so you can use that. So this will be really good. I'll do this. Really good to take stock of things and to see where you want your focus to be. And then the next 4 of 12 months, think about exactly four full months from today. What will the exact date be? So you have a space to put that. And then what's your biggest goal for the next 4 months? Where do you see yourself? How can you make it happen? How will you celebrate? So this all seems familiar. They had this in a more condensed way in the last version of the insert, and now they kind of spread it out so you have space to kind of, explore things and journal more. There's just more space for you to do things. So that's why it seems a little thicker too. The planner, I was like, generally when I have the pages, it doesn't feel this thick, but it's thick because there are more pages in the daily inserts. Then we have an entire overview of the 12-month period. So, and this is good because, and it goes with the undated theme of the planner because it doesn't put January, February, March, so on, so forth. It just puts month one, two, because you can start this at any time of the year and continue, you know. So overview of the first half of the year, overview of the second half, and this can be good to kind of pre-plan. Sometimes especially for work, you may know certain things that are happening months and months ahead, and so this can be helpful just to record those things as well. Then you have your 4 month productivity. So month one, two, three, and four. Um, your top goals for each of the months, right? And then you have your productivity scorecard, which you can assess at the end of the 4 months, where you see how many of your goals you're able to accomplish. There's a formula. So the goals accomplished plus the total goals. Oh no, goals accomplished divided by the total goals multiplied by 100, and that's your productivity score. And then you look at everything you accomplished. You have space to do that here. Then we move on to the month ahead. So they did not have this section as well. This is just a space to brainstorm, which I usually do. Um, and I used to do it in the monthly, on the blank pages in the monthly section. So now in the planner itself, there's a page where you can brainstorm like what you want to do, whatever your goals for the month. So there's a page especially for that, which is nice. So I'm definitely going to use this to do that. Then you have a month ahead page. So your top goals, biggest focus. Before the month starts, I'm releasing this month I am most excited about. So this month's top three, the three priorities, three healthy habits, three happiness hobbies. Then you have your word of the month, book of the month, theme of the month. Then you have a little categories where you can physical, one fresh habit, ritual, or routine. Then mindset. I think this is very detailed and thorough. I don't use this for all aspects of my life. This is just for work, but I can still, record the life things here because it's just good to do that too. It's a work planner, but I can always, take note of the other things outside work related things. And then you have another month ahead where you have a big calendar And of course, it's blank, so you can label as needed. That's why I think next year I'm not going to get the separate monthly inserts, because what I used to record in the monthly inserts, I can probably do it in just the daily inserts because it's so thorough and it has more space. So that's what I'm thinking for 2026, so I could kind of condense things. Because what I try to do, even though I love planners, and if I could buy all the planners in the world, it would be great and use all the planners, but I just can't possibly use every plan. I'll just be wasting money, wasting paper, and that's not great. So I try as much as I can, even though I use multiple books, to try to be intentional with condensing things as much as possible while still thinking about the function, right? So if I could use or buy a little less paper and I can get everything done in these inserts rather than buying another set of inserts to, write the same things over and over, or not use one and use the other, or use the both writing the same things, then that's something I will focus on and be aware of. So I'm thinking for 2026, because there's so much space here, that I don't have to use the monthly inserts separately, because I could have this is space I could record my social media posts, and then there's space at the bottom here for appointments and meetings as well. So that's taken care of, and then I have space for brainstorming as well. So good. And then we have the week ahead. So we'll have maybe 4 or 5 of these. So you have a box for every day. So you have a general box for this week, and then you have Monday through Sunday. So you have space where you can record anything, maybe what you want to do, notes, whatever, and then your priorities and goals for each day. Also, the week ahead, also another opportunity to reflect and to journal. Start the week with one thing I can prep, improve, or declutter. How can I win the week? What can I do to set up for success? Intentions for the week ahead. I want to do more? I want to do less? I will feel accomplished at the end of the week if I mantra for the week. If I get stuck, just remember biggest goal for the week. If I get overwhelmed, stay focused on. Great. And then you also have another page for journaling, thoughts for the week. So just another notes page to jot down all of your ideas, brainstorming, all of those things. And then we move on to the daily pages. So we have top goals for the month, the to-dos, and then it's done, or if you need to do it later. Then today's self-care to feel amazing. Today's daily grind, the top 3 to-dos, your game plan. They remove the time schedule, so it's just blank, so you can just set it up however you want. Grateful and excited for, remember to, biggest win of the day, notes and ideas. So they put a lot of lines, which I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about the lines. I like the kind of free flowing way the previous version was. I don't know if I would prefer the lines, just all the lines in between everything compared to not having lines, but it's serving a purpose. This is a purely functional planner for me. The only thing that I use that is decorative is markers or highlighters. I don't use stickers really. Sometimes because I wanted to finish out some of the box stickers that I have, I would use it in the Grateful for section, but this may be too small to use stickers in, so I probably won't be using those. And I did a good job of using all those stickers. So um, yeah, so that's the daily section. So you have 7 days, and then we start it all over again. Oh wait, so we have to look at the past week and then we start it over. So the past week, you have time for reflection. The top 10 goals you work most on, and then the top 10 goals you work least on, and then thoughts, ideas from the past week. three great things that happened, biggest wins, biggest lessons, grateful for, and then you have an opportunity to rate different categories as well: growth and progress, habits, health and self care, all of the things. And then you move on to the new week and start the process all over again. So this version is definitely more thorough. It has a lot of opportunity for you to reflect and to journal, because I think one of the things too that helps in terms of staying consistent, and really staying accountable for the things that you want to do is kind of taking everything from the mind and putting it somewhere where you can see it objectively, right? So if you just decide that you want to do something and you just play it by ear, you improvise, sometimes you think you're not doing much when you really are, and vice versa. But when you have it written down, or you have some way of recording it so you can see what's happening, then it makes things easier and you can really see if you're doing well, if things need adjustment. So I think this planner does a really good job, especially for work related, to be able to objectively look at things rather than just going on what I feel is happening. With my health, my personal things, I use a planner and use my journal and that kind of thing, but I'm not so strict with the things that I do. Um, I'm a little more, you know, played by ear and stuff with personal things, but especially for work, I just desire for it to be a little more structured. So that's why I use this planner for work, as opposed to the personal things. So that is it. So that's the daily grind section, and then I have two other sections. So I just have notes pages here. So I put notes. These are the lined pages from the daily grind as well. So I have these for just random notes when I go to meetings, when I go to webinars, and I could just write notes too, work related. And then I also have a section where I, write ideas and stuff for projects, anything happening that I want to record and brainstorm too. So that is it, how I set it up. And I'm gonna have a good time going through all of the journaling prompts and seeing, setting up for the next 4 months till the end of the year, the end of 2025. I see everybody doing like a great lock-in. I like the idea. Of course, don't overdo, as with everything, balance. I like the idea, sometimes I was saying in my last call, my community call in my health and wellness membership, that I don't know, something about September is that you realize, okay, the end of the year is coming, and you may want to kind of they said lock in, so to say, or to focus more on the things that you want to do that may not have happened yet. And so people get motivated and that kind of thing this time of year, which is good, of course, with everything balanced and not to overdo. But yeah, so we're doing things to the end of the year. So this is my work planner setup. I hope you enjoyed. Of course, if you have any questions about the planner, leave it below and I will answer them. Very, very chunky. Yes, so this is my work planner that I'll be using for September. When it's October, November, I may change up things because I have some other covers, but we will see. So if you enjoy this video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I will be having, I don't know when this will be uploaded, but I'll be having some vlogs and stuff coming up, which would be nice. So if you love vlogs, just lifestyle content, if you love planners too, this is a good channel for you. So subscribe to see more, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.